Hey, welcome everyone to the I'll Be Living Life podcast. If you like the content, kindly support me by hitting the subscribe, like, and notification buttons. Today's episode is a returning special guest, Carmen. She's also on Instagram as well. She goes by Carmen_photography. And welcome to the show again, Carmen.
Oh, thank you all for inviting me back.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, you have amazing pictures. You definitely made a big jump since the 8 months ago when we talked. I think I gained about 1,000 followers at that time, and I think you gained like 3,000. So good for you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I followed the advice that talk about how to gain followers
Oh
and
yeah.
engagement. Like engagement is the main thing, and
Yes.
yes, I've been I've been engaging with followers.
Yeah, but you have great shots too. And one thing I wanted to say is I'm born and raised in this city. I just want to thank you for taking the pictures the way you do, taking it to the different heights that I can see that I wasn't able to see as a child or as a grown up, unless I'm looking through postcards or helicopter shot from the news or something like
Oh
that.
yes, yeah.
So no, I do applaud you for that, for great work, and it takes a lot of work because you have to go out and you have to go out during quiet times, and it's a little bit challenging, but good for you. Like I said, you bring it a different perspective for me, and I'm sure for a lot of other Vancouverites that were living here for a long time or born and raised here, such as myself. So thank you so much.
No, thank you, Al. Thank you. I really love the city, and I want to show the beauty.
Yeah.
Because this is a beautiful city. Every season is different and every season is beautiful.
Yeah, and that definitely shows in your pictures. So one thing actually, out in Coquitlam here, I was gonna ask you one day if you're ever free, you should go out to like Burke Mountain area, and there's a place up in this by a trail sort of up at Burke Mountain by a logging road, but I can't find an access to get this shot. So I was thinking of going there and then overlooking the city because you could see the whole downtown Coquitlam, and then it's really nice because you see mountains and all that in the background, and you see bridges and all that stuff, and so it's kind of cool. But I don't have the ability to grab a sky shot, right? So
Right.
I was gonna say, hey, there's a nice spot here. Maybe I'll share it with you to see. One day when you're free, you can head out this way and take a shot. I'd love to see it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. You just gotta let me know exactly what it is. And
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, on. Okay, let's talk about a few of your pictures. Let's start with the fishing boat pictures on June 25th at Steveston. I love this shot. I love the way I think it's the sun setting there, because if you're in Richmond, if it's off to the right, it's probably sun setting. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a sunset.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the sky is nice color. It's got the fuchsia colors. It's got a little bit of a reflection going on. The wispy clouds, love it. What caught your eye?
I knew it was to be a nice sunset that day.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing is that I almost didn't make it on time. Like,
Yeah, it only gives you 10, 20 minutes and you're done. Yeah.
yes, but because if you see there, the sun is almost setting. Yes, so I didn't have time to set up the tripod like I wanted
Yep.
to.
Mm-hmm.
I was just took the shot like taking advantage of the little light that I was left.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, I was able to get a little bit of sun flare in between
The boats there.
the boats there,
Yeah.
and the light was amazing. So that made the shot.
Yeah. I think the best time to actually capture that moment is like where you have it, because I think that's where you'll get the brightest part. When during the sunrise, when it's just about to go down, then it gives it all these different crazy oranges and yellow colors,
Yes.
and some reds, and that's actually, I think you captured it at the right time. But it's funny that you say you almost didn't make it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was, you're driving and you see the light, and you know that the light is so fast. It goes, like,
Oh, super fast.
yes.
Yeah.
So I just literally just park and run, and I left the tripod in the car, and, I'm just thinking, I'd see what I can get.
It's
It was
funny
good.
because the same thing happened to me with my post today. On Monday, when I walked out there with Scooby and in the morning, and I looked up at the sky and I went, "Holy mo! Like it's crazy out there. The clouds were just
Yes,
beautiful,
yes.
and the sky was like it was a purple color. It wasn't blue. It wasn't gray. It was just purple." And I was like, "What the heck is going on here?" So as soon as I go, Scooby, hurry up! And then I ran back in and I grabbed my tripod and I put my camera out on my deck there and then I got it all set up. But as I was doing this, I kid you not, like within 5 to 10 minutes, everything changed. Like the
Yes.
clouds
It's so
changed.
quick.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
sun changed. The color of the sky changed. It was a beautiful morning, but the purples weren't there anymore. It was a different color after that. It was more orangey and more yellow. So that's what caught my eye was all that fuchsia color and all that purplish kind of tinge to it, and I was like, "Wow, no, I got to take a shot of this." So yeah,
Yeah, and I'm glad you did it.
yeah. Sorry, Scooby,
Yeah.
I rushed him.
Oh, I love Scooby.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Okay, so second shot, we got what you called the shades of blue, and that's overlooking the city. And this is like one of hundreds of shots that you've taken overlooking the city, different viewpoints and all that stuff. And I really like this one because you can see our mountain ranges in the back. The sky color's nice and blue. The water's nice and blue. It just captures that picture perfectly. So go ahead and you can talk about this one.
Yeah, that one is the Falls Creek, I think.
Yes.
Yes, I think it was morning time,
Yeah.
but the day was beautiful, and I saw the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving because I was going to an appointment,
Yeah.
but now I know I gotta take my camera. Anytime I go out, I'll
Yes.
take my camera because you never know.
No, you just
You
never
never
know.
know.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing the clouds. I said, okay, I gotta find a parking lot over here. So I found the parking lot and walk around the Falls Creek.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm not sure exactly the middle point. There is a parking lot that goes up the hill.
Yeah.
So that's when I took the shot over there.
Nice.
And of course, when you edit in the blues just
Makes
pop
it that
in,
much
right?
better. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
for
the
sure.
mountains and the ocean and the sky. So that's why, some shades of blue here.
Yeah. No, that's a great shot. I really love that shot. Out of all your city photos, it's one of my favorite ones that you've taken. So good for you on that. Okay, so your third one is on April 7th, the cherry trees. I really love this shot too. This is it's funny. I picked. I was thinking about this, so I picked 3 of your shots out of 4, and they're all on the ground.
Right, right.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
great shot. I love the sun flare, the sun star there, and the cherry trees are really pink coming through, and it's kind of dark in one area but sunny in parts of it. It's a great shot. Yeah, go for it.
On that one, actually, I went in the morning time over there
Mm-hmm.
to take some shots for sunrise. I didn't have any luck.
Yeah.
But I said, no, I have to come back for sunset because I took the shots, but when I came home and started looking at my shots, they were blurry. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So I said, I have to come back. So I got back, and that's when I got that sunset over there. But I was lucky to get the sun flare right at the building
Yeah.
just to bring the light to the people that are sitting over there.
Yes.
Yes. So I walk around the park just to see where would be the perfect picture.
Mm-hmm.
And I just couldn't decide because there were so many people that day. It was a summer afternoon.
Yeah.
There's so many people, and sometimes you want to take a shot, but there is so people that you don't want to.
Be rude or
Yeah,
freak
and-
anybody out. Yeah.
But then I don't know. It just happened.
Yeah. No, great shot. I think a lot of the times when we're taking pictures, you kind of have to move around. And I would have done the same thing because I know if you stand there directly with the sun, it's just going to blast out your picture. You can't see anything, right? So it's good that you move to the side. And just when I don't know if you've seen a couple of my tree shots or, where the sun is peeking through, like leaves and trees and all that stuff.
Right.
I always try to make it that I get that sun,
The sun flare?
flare
Yeah.
or, that,
Yeah, the
that
star.
blast, that sun star that blasts out into the picture. I always kind of try to capture that because I
Yeah.
feel that highlights everything around, and it doesn't wreck your picture in any way because it's not directly at your camera. It's actually being shot through a leaf or through a building like this one,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it doesn't kill your picture, and you can actually keep things in focus. So that's kind of what I do too. So no, great shot. I love that picture. It's probably one of my favorites actually. But this last picture that we're gonna talk about is the one on the seawall, and that is on September 18. And you have a cyclist standing there, and it looks like a couple walking. And I love this picture. Like you did 3 different shots of this picture. Well, you did one big one, and then you put it in a panel, I guess, right?
Yes.
And yeah, when I first looked at it, I only saw one part, and I was like, okay. And then when I looked at the other side, I go, oh, okay, I get it. They're connected. And then you saw the big pan version, and I was like, no, great shot. And this is probably my favorite shot of yours out of the 4, just because I love all the different. I'm a sucker for colors. I love colors.
Yes.
So I love the fuchsia and purplish and reddish kind of things going on the right there. And then you got the green grass, and you got the light blue on the far left. And I love every little color entailed into this picture. So yeah, go for it. Go. You can talk about what happened that day, what caught your eye.
Well, this one was obvious a sunrise.
Yeah,
So, went in the morning for take some pictures there. But I don't know, there is a rock over there. I was sitting over there just thinking about for a perspective for this shot. And then I see the lady there and the bicycle just stopped right there in front of me.
yeah,
Like you say, I didn't want to, be rude and ask her to move.
yeah.
Even though, she passed by me with the bicycle first, and
Yeah.
then she saw me there with the camera, but I think she was taking some shots over there.
Yeah, she must
So I
have
said,
been.
okay, that's fine. I can, she can be part of the picture then. And of course, as I'm taking the picture, that couple is walking.
Yeah,
I guess,
it just happened that way. Eh?
yeah, it just happened that way.
Yeah,
I thought about doing some editing and the picture and just take everybody out, but
yeah,
it was too empty.
yeah.
So the people actually made the picture more interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I think it's kind of funny because you wouldn't think that, but then I think it's perfect placement actually.
Yes.
You tap her on the shoulder. Excuse me, can you leave? No, actually, I think you should stay.
Yeah. And I took, like 50 pictures, right? 50 shots.
yeah.
And then I was seeing if I can get him out of the picture when I was editing, but no, it didn't look good. So I decided to keep the picture as it was, and I think it got future in some.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I
Good.
don't remember, but probably.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You get many features you don't even remember now. I don't get any, so that's okay. What I was going to say was, how the branch is going above? I take many shots like that where I have a branch on the top with lots of leaves coming down. I think it kind of highlights a picture sometimes. Sometimes it's a bit much, but then no, I think it's perfect. It's good. Great shot.
Oh, thanks, Al.
Yeah. So no, good for you. I mean, you gained I think you gained over 3,000 followers in the last 8 months, which is quite a bit because I remember even at my best year, I think I was getting around 3,500, but that took a lot of work, right? Yeah, and I'm sure it's not easy to build.
No. Well, lately I've been so busy at work. I haven't been posting often as I used to, but when I was posting every day and stories every night, and
Yeah.
I usually post more pictures on my stories at nighttime when I have more time. And I was, posting a lot of black and whites because I like black and whites.
Yeah.
I think I got a lot of, how people react to your stories, and I get more engagement with the stories sometimes
Yep.
than with the pictures. But that helps because, when I do a new post, I post it on my story also. If people commented and like the pictures or I always make sure that I respond to the messages or reactions
Yeah.
or
Engagement is key,
engagement.
right?
Yes,
Yes.
and like we talked before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that
there's a lot of like for me. I think recently there's been a lot of. I feel there's been a lot of a bit of a shift in Instagram. So I used to do stories, and each of my stories would get probably 1,000 to like 1,200 views on my stories. Now I'll be lucky if I can crack 400 or 500. It's really weird actually. I can't explain it, or maybe people just see that it's me and they don't want to look at it. I don't know, and I'm okay with that. But I'm just kind of shocked that it's dropped that much, right?
yes.
But the funny thing is, the 400 or 500 that do view my video or the story actually are more engaged now than it was when I had 1,200 views on it. So,
Right,
because
yeah.
I get a lot more reaction now from followers and stuff like that. But, I gotta say, I love my followers and they're very engaged for the most part. Like, I absolutely adore them and thank them and all that. The other thing is, I noticed now with likes, it takes a lot more to get likes. I don't know if it's the algorithms or if it's something that I'm trying to change things up too. I'm trying to change up hashtags or whatever. And maybe it's the time of posting. Like I'm posting everything early now. So maybe I have to shift it and see what happens if I post it at nighttime. I don't know. Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
noticed anything different too or?
Well, I've been posting, like we talked before, the times that you can people can be more engaged to your post.
Yes.
I try to do those times, but sometimes I'm busy with work.
Of
So
course, me too.
yeah. But at nighttime, I post the stories, and it works for me.
Yeah.
And also, like we talked about last time, to time just post a picture of yourself, show yourself,
Yes. Yes.
and I think that really helps, right? Because sometimes now, trying to do it like once a month,
Yeah.
just post a picture of myself there, with my dog or just me, just taking the opportunity to thank my followers, and so grateful for their support. And
You usually do
yeah.
that on your stories?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I noticed that too.
Because like I try to keep the
Consistent on
yeah,
your
just to see city landscapes.
yeah.
But and my stories is kind of more personal, I think.
Yes,
Because
yes.
sometimes, if I post something silly or something that I'm doing at that time, and I think it's a little more personal. So yeah, that's what I post pictures of myself. Not very often, but
No.
once in a while.
Yeah.
It's just a story, and then 24 hours, and it's done. It's gone.
Yeah.
So,
That's funny too because on my Instagram, you see my back a lot more than you see the front.
yeah, that's when you're shy, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm very shy, so just 24
Yeah.
hours, people, whoever can see me, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I'm shy. I'm actually I don't think I'm shy at all, but I don't want to scare people. So I'm like, okay, that's good enough. That's I'll face forward. You guys can look at my back of my head, and that's going gray slowly too. So that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, thanks for joining me again. It's great having you, and always a pleasure to talk to you. Keep up the great work. Like I said, I applaud you for showing different views of Vancouver to me, and I really appreciate that. Keep up the great work.
Oh, thank you so much, Al. It's always a pleasure talking to you. You're such an easygoing person that feels like I'm talking with my best friend.
Yeah, we are. All right. Okay, so if you're not following Carmen, give her a follow on Instagram. If you didn't listen to our last episode 8 months ago, that was pretty cool too because we actually give some tips out. Go follow her on Instagram. She goes by CARMEN_photography. So it's Carmen_photography. For me, if you like the content, kindly support me by hitting the subscribe, like, and notification buttons. And that's it for this week. We'll catch you guys next week. Thanks.